Okay, we're back, and as you can see, I ran into a few issues with trying to authenticate, and it wasn't working, so I'm going to have to go back and figure out what I did wrong. But I'm going to show you basically how to set up DHCP. Complete command. Binding. No, it's not showing anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a Dhcp pool on R1 of the different ranges we have and go from there. So we're going to go config T, type in IP Dhcp Pool, and then we're going to make it first. Enter, and type question mark. What are our options here? Well, we want to set up the network, not NetBIOS, network. And what do they want? Well, they want the network number. So what are we going to configure? So we're going to 172.20.0. Good question. 1 question mark. Oh. .0. And the dotted decimal is 255.255.255.128. Question mark. Enter. So that's one pool. And we're going to exit out and type second one will be second. They don't have to be anything particular. I just wanted to get something in there that I could actually work with. Type in network 172.20.0.0 and we're going to go 255.255. Then we have to give it the base network. So .255. And I believe that was 224 was the range, that last range. And we're going to type in end, or exit, and click up a couple, and third, type in network, type in 172.20.0. Oh, you know what? I goofed on the second one. I was supposed to give it the network range, and it didn't take it, or I didn't do it right. So actually, I got to go back into the second one here and click in, type in no network, and then hit up arrow once or twice to get that range back. And we're going to have to go in here and give it the range that we want it to get set up as, and it's going to be 32 minus 255, 224. Right? Yeah, that's going to be right. And so we're going to do third, and we're going to type in, might as well do this right here, 224. We're going to make that 224 is going to be 192. 192, 224, same range. Done. So end, show IP interface, show IP Dhcp, and I want to see the pools. So right now we have first, he's got 126 addresses, .1 through 126, and actually we're going to have to set up a binding to exclude 20.1, 225.193 through 222, and 225 through 254. So we'll have to actually set up exclusions for those, unless you don't care. You can set up DHCP on the interface level and say, I want DHCP. I want a DHCP defined. You don't want. You can pretty much automate your network if you wanted to. But we're gonna go here. We're gonna go back to global config mode and type in IP DHCP conflict, and I believe we want logging. So there. If there's any conflicts, it will not issue that IP address until the conflict is resolved. So we're going to type in IP DHCP exclude address is going to be 172.20.0.193. Actually, we'll do .1 or yeah, .1. Do the same thing. We'll do 193, and we'll do 225, and then we'll do an AND. We'll do the same thing that we did a second ago. Show IP DHCP pool. Oh, you know what? It didn't. It's not gonna. Oh, it may work. It just might work. So we showed show IP DHCP question mark. Bindings. Oh. I don't have anything in there yet. Let's see. Just put the database in there. Nothing in there yet. So nothing's been signed yet, which is fine. What we're gonna do is do a show run though, and see what we have for IP addresses. This may take a few minutes. So, okay. We have quite a few of exclusion. Oh, you know what I didn't do is I didn't put a. Well, the range really doesn't matter because, as you can see, and we have our DHCP pools. So what we should be able to do is go in and, like, what I will do is I will go in and scroll up here, and what I will do is I will attach a router, and then I will turn off. Well, I'll make it DHCP, and we'll see what happens. So we're going to click on and actually end and do show IP DHCP question mark pool. Yeah, there's nothing in here. Let's get rid of the pool and put relay in there. Relay question mark information question mark incomplete command trusted sources question mark. Yeah, I don't know if I show run interface fast 0/0. Okay, it's using that as an address. So let's do this. I'm gonna slide this guy over, and I'm gonna pull in a 3725. This may take a couple seconds for it to actually come on. Yeah, it does that a lot. It may hang for a couple minutes. Okay, there it goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect this guy to here. And this is going to take a minute, so I'm going to start it up, and I'm going to console into it. This one's going to take a minute because it's fresh router, it's going to boot, but I will set it up to where it'll be DHCP. So just bear with me for a minute. I'm going to keep this live so you guys can see what's going on, and it shouldn't take too long, but this will be the last video for the night. It's already 1 in the morning. I want to get to bed. This is just more or less for me to make sure that I can actually guarantee this stuff is going to work. So config t is going to be interface fast0/0. It's going to be IP DHCP question mark client question mark incomplete command, huh? Oh, how about we do this? No shut and IP DHCP incomplete command, huh? We're going to type in client, and then we're going to type in question mark again, and we're going to type in request. That's the only thing I can think of, right? Oh, I know. Control U, no, actually, exit, no IP routing. And let's see here. We're gonna type in interface fast0/0 and IP DHCP question mark client incomplete command. This is weird. I've never seen this happen. That's not what I did with this guy. Or I'm already on R1. So IP address. Oh. Duh. Kinda helps if you put in the right command, right? Actually, let's minimize that. Go to R5. Like IP address DHCP. End. Now, let's just wait a second. And it should DHCP address has been assigned 172.20.0 and show IP interface brief. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how DHCP relay works. Now if we go up here and we type in show IP DHCP question mark, we want to see pool. One address is being used, and as you can see right there, first one's being used. Yep, first one's being used. Current index. Well, it says .3, but that can't be right. One lease address. So you guys can see how that works. Now I could shut it off and do debug and show you how it all works, which why not, right? In the interest of training. So we're gonna do debug. Actually, we type in shut it off. Config t interface fast0/0 shut. Then we're gonna do debug. Didn't want to do that. Debug IP debug DHCP. Oh, I'm in it. That's why I'm in global config mode. Debug IP DHCP question mark. Actually, I debug DHCP. If I could type, man, I'm getting tired. Question mark, detail. So we're going to go back to global config mode, and we're going to type in, actually let's just do this one up here. Click up on pool, and we're back to no lease addresses on first. See that? Oh. Zero lease addresses on first, second, and third. What we're going to do is debug Dhcp detail. So now it's on. We're going to go back to global config, or actually we're there. Interface fast 0/0 and type in no shut. And I'm just going to let this kind of go through its numbers. DHCP is up. It sent it out to the .3. There's the ACK. I've never actually watched this happen. This is kind of interesting to watch. There it goes. A lot of information, a lot of stuff goes on behind the scenes that we never actually see. And now it has the IP address of 172.20.0.3. So we do an end, show IP interface brief, .3. That is DHCP. And we do, let's do, I don't know why it didn't show that, but we have one leased address. It says .4, but I don't know. I've never, first time I've actually ever done that. So I don't know why it did that, but it did. So I just wanted to show you guys how DHCP worked, and since I'll turn you all off, debugging is off, and you all, I was actually really hoping you guys could see it up here as well, but guess not. So back on this guy. As you can see, a lot of stuff happened. Nothing really happened until it came up. As you can see, I mean, it was trying to send out DHCP requests, and nothing was happening. Because it came down here, and then it did its, let's see here, it did its request, did its UDP, and then, yeah, it worked. ACK message from the server ID, which is on R1, and then it got that IP address. So that's cool. I've never actually watched that happen before. I mean, I've done it before, but I've never actually watched it, you know, go through the paces. But so, and then this guy right here is show run. This should be the name server too. Let's see. As soon as it pulls up, it should tell us exactly what it's supposed to do. And it's got its IP name server. It's got domain lookup on it. Let's go to the show run. Is this guy got domain lookup on it too? You never know until you actually click on it. And it is, no, it doesn't. So config t, yes, we're going to type in IP domain lookup. And so we're going to ping www.domain yahoo.com. What happens? Oh, you know, I didn't name a server. My fault. We're not routing on this one. It's not going to work. So we're going to go to global config mode, type in IP routing, and then we're going to type in IP name server. It's going to be 192.168.1.1, and then we're going to type in router OSPF1 and type in network 172.20.0.0.0.0.255 area 0. And that should, in a second or two here, because it's on the same subnet as everything else, come up. So we now have an adjacency, and show IP route, and in a moment, there it is, ping, actually we just click up once, twice, 3 times. 192.168 is the domain server, and it's probably going to run really slow. Unrecognized host or address, no protocol running. Go over to my R1 device over here and ping www.yahoo.com. Can I ping 172.20.0.3? I can ping it. So I should be able to get out to it. Show run. Sometimes things just don't work out the way you're supposed to. IP name server is there. I don't know. Sometimes you just don't know. IP address is DHCP. I don't know. But you guys did see it get pulled DHCP. You guys did see it do other things, so I don't know why it didn't. Can I ping 192.168? Well, I can ping the router. Maybe that was the problem. It's really slow responses too. See if that helped. So that's the only hang up I think I may have. Well, I'm not natting anything, that might be why. So that'll be one of our other videos is NAT. I still have to do a NAT video, I still have to do an ACLs video. I still have all the services. I got DHCP and DNS, as you can see, for the most part working. I don't know why it kind of troubles me. Show IP route. I don't know. I do not know, my friend. Some things are unexplainable. Try telling that to your proctor when you're taking your exam. Like, I don't know why it's not working. Things just don't work when they're supposed to. What I will do eventually is I will kill the one multi-point and I will authenticate it and then I will also authenticate OSPF. So you guys will see how that works, and it's really easy to do. It's nothing hard, and we'll go from there. I hope this has been informative for you, and I would like to thank you for viewing.